check. Oh man, what's going on? Okay, there we go. All right, let's turn on. I need a playlist. I need a playlist. Log in. Why am I logged out? Cottagecore. What is that? Cottagecore. Can I just? Will it just keep playing? Birdwatcher. Oh, peaceful. All right. Okay, so I finished up with the texturing adjustments or whatever, and so now it's time to get it in Unreal. And so I did a little bit of it, but basically I imported all my textures. I imported my mesh right here. Boom, here goes the mesh, right? Nice. I threw some textures together. So I have a material, base material that I made. It's a little bit more advanced than what's available right now in the general market. You know what? I should do that now. Let's go to my GitHub. GitHub. And I'm gonna go ahead and upload this material. Just so it's there. I talk about it's not finished per se. Still working on it. But yeah. Here, let's go. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna to get this material. So and to set it up, you should be able to just drop it into your project. I'm gonna grab an uncooked version. So let's find material. So here we go. So I go to my material. This is my material instance, and I'm gonna go down here, and here's my material. Right? Oh yeah. And basically, this is the setup. It's pretty simple. I don't think you need the pattern. You might need the pattern. I don't know. Let me see. Let me click on that. Where did it open it up? Open. All right, here it is. Okay, yeah, I have the pattern right here. Okay, cool. All right, so, yeah. Let's go take a quick look at it again real quick. Yeah, so it's all set up for the most part. You don't really need to mess with anything. The way I set it up is so that each of the areas are in sections. So like you have your color for your ID and the detail normal and the scaling and all that stuff is in there. And then I have the different stuff, right? There's an RMA B that should be in here, but I don't know. For now, it's not in. So this is when you want to do like a customized material, right? This is more of a customized material versus a custom material, right? A custom material is like I don't need anything from in the game. I'm just gonna use it. Most of the material instances that we have in the game have like a structure set to them, and then we kind of work with that structure that's already set up and make adjustments and such. And then this one is based off of the same base material that the game is using, right? So if you want to have something that's more custom to you, then I suggest you could try this out, right? But I digress. So that's what I'm using. I just made an instance off of that, right? So let's close this for now. And I didn't make any changes, so say no. Yeah. And so I just grab the maps and put them where they belong, right? I have my base color. Now, my base color, if you recall from the last video, for my character is this. And I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it, right? So I'll show you what I mean. So basically, this material by itself, let me set it back to its original properties. Yeah, it's super dark, right? And if it's super dark, when I put my color over top of it, my color is going to be super dark. So to fix that, I went into the curve and I set it to 0.5, right? That way it's brighter, that way colors actually show up on it. I mean, I can make it even brighter if I want to, right? Which I might do. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go ahead, and I'm not using this one, so I'm just going to delete it. Delete. And let's make it just a little bit brighter. Go over here, change this to like 0.25. Alright, cool. That should allow my colors to really pop on top of it. Alright, but yeah, so I just set them up, add an OBD. Now, since my OBD, I don't have a custom one, and I'm not dealing with opacity or dirt, I'm just using a red material because that gives me the full opacity in the red channel. And then B and D is the green and blue channels, and those are both black, so that just leaves me with the color red. Since I'm using a pattern, I created a blank texture that I keep just in my system. And then I'll bring it over and use in my stuff. So basically, it's a full blank, right? Alpha's empty, everything is empty. Be careful if you have a PNG. Sometimes you have a blank one, it'll be blank for the RGB and show transparent, but then if you go to alpha, it'll still be white. So keep that in mind. That's a thing that happens. I've got my RMA set, my TSE. For this one, I didn't cook a TSE. Oh wait, I do have a TSE. Never mind. Let me use that one. Bam. There we go. Nice. So I have a TSE. Nice. So I got a nice specular on it. And this one has actual normals to go along with it. Oh, it's so bright though. Why is it so bright? Let's take a look at it. So let's go into the mesh real quick. And then these are the two mats. And then this is the mat I made the other day, right? Or earlier. But I think I have something messed up with it. I don't know. This one also has a very light color here. If I wanted to, I could just make it white, right? And not have any coloring into it. Which I haven't decided if that's what I want to do. Let's take a look. Let me look at this alpha dummy texture. And now there's nothing there, so we'll just close that. But yeah, so I have this, and this is not colored by my texture, right? So I got the texture right here. This is the color texture that goes along with it. I could throw this into like here, and then you see it sits right on top. But I didn't do that. I set it as blank. And I just got a bunch of random colors on here. So there's that. Then my TSE and then my RMA, all that stuff. You can see the RMA in there. And the cool thing is that when you set, you also have to set your split channel. So I'm using all 4 channels, right? And so if I say let's take this to 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. You see that each of those things kind of like disappeared, right? Each of my IDs aren't really working the way they were supposed to. So I throw my 4 in, I got my, boom, we got our IDs back. So that's kind of the material I have. That doesn't exist with a completely dirty emulated material instance, because it's not actually set up to function. It's just set up to include the parameters. But that's what I'm working with, and so we'll see how that works. So let's get into the rest of the texturing, or at least the setup. And so there's my random colors that are on this thing, right? Nothing really special. My goal is going to be just to first get it into the game, and then we'll go into the colors. So let's take a look at what else I got here. So I got my symbol. Let's go ahead and make these what are they called? Material instances. I like to just use the names of whatever I got. So we're at a symbol. Go to our text, or let's see, mats, and I'll just duplicate it. And I usually do that because there's like textures I don't want to have to go search for anymore. Like I'm not going to change my OBD and whatever, but I'm going to change all this other stuff. And I'm not going to change the pattern. Try to save myself some time. Actually, I might just throw the pattern on top. Oh, we'll throw the pattern right there. And we'll throw the pattern right there. As for the ID map, I'm just going to use this blank red, right? Just going to repeat that there. Okay. And we'll get my symbol, add that here. Hold on 1 second. Alright, so we got that. So I got my pattern, I got my ID map, and that just limits my ID map to 1. So let's make sure this is set to just 1. And actually, I'll set it to 0. I guess 1 also, because I'm pretty sure there's an alpha. Well, there's no alpha, but alright, we'll set it to 0 and see what happens. So 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Alright, and I've got my... Let's go ahead and clear this real quick. And if you see, there we go. We've got a red one. We can change it to colors. So maybe we'll do that, right? We'll just set this to white. Right? And keep that like that. Nice. Take our RMA and drop it in. Bam. There we go. Get our shine. Grab our TSE. Drop it in. Kind of helps with the specular shine. And we're good to go. Alright, hit save. So that way I can just grab that and pop it up there. And then boom, look at that. I got us a little emblem. Alright, let's do the eyes. The eyes I kind of have to jerry rig, right? Because I didn't make an eye material. So let's see. If I was gonna make just a blank material, let's grab this one. Duplicate like this. And they're not real eyes, they're just like the white eyes. First thing. So let's I need a white material. Let's see, what do I have? I don't have white for some reason. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this, right? And I'm just gonna call this one white. Even though it's not white, right? And let's go in here and we're gonna desaturate it. Brow. 0. Oh, look at that. No, it's all white. And let's turn the brightness up to like 10. Just to make sure it's as white as possible. Alright, save. Nice. And you can reference this. And I guess now in the way the things are set up, you can keep your stuff wherever you want to and then just bring it into your pack chunk. But I am old school, so I'm just going to grab this and drop it into my custom folders here, copy it. Now I got a white one. Alright, nice. So let's take this, because this is just going to be for the eyes, eye holes, whatever. And we'll set that to that. Right, we're good there. Let's see. ID map, we'll keep that red so that we can just use that. I don't have a base normal map, so but these eyes are usually like a mesh. I don't want that, so let's in the game there's some detail textures, right? And they are in shared, so it's character item shared texture. And so I imported all of the detail maps from the game because they're nice maps. And here we go, look at this. This looks like a cool like thing. So I'll go ahead and drop that in there. There we go, nice. Yeah, okay, cool. As for the RMA, that's roughness, metal, and AO. So what I'm looking for is a 1 in the so I need the 1 to be, so it needs to be red, right? For the 1. And then metallic, I don't want any metallic, so that needs to be black. So my color's just gonna be red. And then in the AO, I just want that white. So that would be a yellow. No, it'd be a magenta color. And I have one of those. So where we at? Where are my colors at? Where'd I put them? There we go, magenta. So grab that, copy it. Nice. And I'll drop that into my RMA. Right, so now just like flat RMA. My TSE is going to be, let's see, translucency will be black, specular I want to be black as well, and then emissive black. So I just need a black. But I don't have a black. I don't know why I didn't make a black. So what I'm going to do is duplicate this and call this one black. Let's see. And what I'm going to do is set my alpha to 1. Bam. Right? And then all my other colors are just empty. Right? So I just have alpha at 1. And we're good. So that's just my black. Copy. Alright, what do you have, black? We'll set this as TSE. Nice. Now, I don't really like this one because it's like, it might be too big, right? I don't know. We're gonna try it out and see how that works. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like on. It might not matter because it's just for the little eyes, right? Zoom. I feel like that texture for her face is wrong. But I'm going to show you what we can do. Alright, so I've got this here. I want you close. Where's my eyes? Copy. Eyes. Wait a second. Oh. And it's too big, right? That's ridiculous. So let's see, what can we do? I think there's a normal, like a default normal. Shape normal. Flat normal. Let's use that. Okay, so I just brought in a flat normal from the game. These flat normals, 256s, yeah, those are in the game. I imported a bunch of the default textures in the game into my Unreal project, and of course put them where they belong so that I can just reference them later and also see them. But I put that on the eyes, right? Yep. Okay, cool. So I put it on the eyes, but I do want something more than just a blank eye, and that's where these ID maps come into play, right? So now I can go into here and I can go back to those detail maps wherever they are. Okay, and now I'm going to grab that same one that I had before, this one, and I'm going to just drop it right here, right? And you see, there it shows up. But now I get to change a bunch of things. I can change the power of it, right? I can set it down to 0. It doesn't have anything. Keep it back at 1. Let's make it like 0.6. And we'll make it like 0.5. 0.5, right? Just a little bit less. But let's make this bigger. So let's go with, like, say 10 by 10. Alright, now we zoom in. You see now I've got something that looks more like little fabric holes. You can't really see it very well in this lighting, but it's there. Or maybe I'll set this up to like 2. Yeah, it's not really gonna change it. We'll just keep it at 1. Okay, but cool. So now that's set. Or maybe if I change the color, you'll see it better. Yeah, there you go. See? Just find a good color. You can see it. There we go. I can't zoom in anymore. It's as close as I can get. But yeah, now you see the little holes. If I want to make them, I'll say like 0.7. 0.7. That's... Oh, no. 7 by 7. I kind of like that because it's kind of like sort of visible, but not necessarily. And then let's go ahead and make this like not completely white, like a little bit off. Like what can we see off? Like that. Alright. It's not completely white, but it's good. Nice. Let's see for the body, right? So this texture for her stuff, like she's got like some like porous stuff or whatever, because I wanted to give it like a plasticky feel, but then I'm like, what else can we do with this? So let's go ahead and close that. Let's open this one back up again. And where's the red? So her red is in her ID1. So let's go ahead and grab a texture and let's see what kind of textures we're working with. It might look good. I wish these were bigger pictures. Oh wait, what is that? We got like the liney line things. We got this one. This is like a cotton pinpoint. Let me open this up real quick. Zoom in. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. So let's go ahead and drop that on there. Zoom in, see what it looks like. Alright, cool. It's obviously too big. So let's make it, let's say like 10 by 10. Oh, by 10. Let's make it even smaller. Let's do like 25 by 25. I think that might look better. So there we go. And look, now we got that. And she is too red. So let's bring that red down a little bit. So we're red like that. Cool. So I added a little bit of extra texture there. Now this part, I don't like that. So let's see, how can I affect that? So this is ID 5. I have it as like a gray, but let's take it like pretty much black. Not exactly black, but as very, very close to black. There we go. Nice. Alright. Nice. Okay, so that's all looking good. What else we got? We got one last texture. So we got the hair. So I don't remember what hair I used. So I'm gonna have to go into Blender and take a look. Now my system has been under a lot of stress lately, so it may crash, may not. We'll see. Oh, there we go. Oh, I bought a Starbucks coffee, right? And then I bought another one, and one of them has been sitting on my desk that I didn't finish, that I have to go throw away. And one that is new. And I almost drank the bad one. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but it is a horrible experience. Okay, cool. So let's let this load. Alright, so we got hair. So let's take a look at my material. So I used what's her name? Raina's hair. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll take a look into F model real quick. And we're just gonna make a reference material for her hair. I think I'll make like a little dummy material, like so that at least I can see the hair, but I'm not gonna emulate it fully right now. Let's see, character, item, model, unique, zebra, hair. Okay. And look, and I just used, well, she only has one. Nice. So I just used this because it is not a bad hair. So I'm just gonna grab this for now, the name, and we know where it's at. So let's see. So character, item, model, unique, and I don't have anything for her yet. So new folder. zebra. And then I believe it should be hair, or is it actually written out? I can't remember. It's written out. Okay, so hair. Oh wait, nope. Let me just make sure. Yep, it is. Okay. And then ZBR hair. I think 1P, is that what it said? Yep. And then materials. Alright, and then we just gonna make a raw material, name it that. Cool. Let's add textures. Is it texture or textures? Textures, okay. And you know what, let's just grab them. Let's see, PNGs. All right. And let's just bring them in. Whoop. And if we take a look at the material, maybe I'll build it right now. Let's see. Let's see how complex it is. So usually I'll start by taking a look at whatever textures are in it already, right? And not a lot, right? So we just got an ADI map, a root map, and that's it. That's kind of cool. There's these PDOs, right? And this is pixel depth offset. And I don't know how to set those up correctly. It's tip color, select flags. Like I have an idea, but I haven't really gotten into it. I can't remember if her hair has multiple colors. No, back face tangent. I don't even know. But I'm not going to be, this is just going to be purely reference only. So I just want to see the color. So I'm just going to make it dirty in the way that I'll be able to see the color on it when I put it on. So I can kind of show you how I would set that up. So we can change it to a hair material, I believe. Where is that? Hair. Alright, cool. And let's go to the textures. Let's grab our base texture here. So we have an alpha map. So I can run this alpha into what? Where's my opacity? I'm just gonna assume that it's masked. There we go. And we'll say opacity. And there we go. And I don't know if there's a color. Is there a color set to this thing? Color. Use subcolor key sets. Root color. Okay, there's a root color and a tip color. So let's see. So I'll make a parameter. I'll just hold down 1 and left click, then right click, convert to parameter, and we'll say root color, right? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, root and tip color. All right. Up, and I'll just hit Control D to duplicate it. Tip color, and there's a root here, so we'll grab this texture, and we're gonna convert to parameter, and I think this is just called root. And I'm just doing this, and then I might, when I make this in like an actual emulated material, it's somewhat set up. Okay, so if I'm mixing these two things together, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook this up to base color, and I'm going to use this as my alpha, right? Okay, and so there's a color up top and a color up bottom. So the black is A and the white is B. So the black would be the root. So that would be A. However, this is not the right parameter. So let's delete those for a second. I need a color. So I'm going to hold 3 and click on the button. And that gives me a 3 float or whatever. So root color. Right, and let's just make it black, and hit Control D, and we'll call this tip color, and we'll plug this into this one, and let's make this one I don't know, blonde or something. And say okay. And I'm going to check something here real quick. Okay. It's like what I'm not getting right now is that the color does not look right. Oh wait, there's color. Okay, so maybe because this is so black, let's make this like brown. There we go. I'm just using these colors for right now, but because they're parameter, I could be able to change them, right, if I wanted to. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. Let's go ahead and save this real quick. We'll go into this material section, and actually maybe I'll go down into my custom section. Let's see, character custom. And let's make a new folder for hair. And here we go. And I'm gonna let's grab this material that I just made, and we're gonna bring this down here. In this case, I'm gonna move it, right? And let's go down to hair, and I'm gonna call this I'm gonna copy that so I don't have to type it again. I'm gonna call this one M temp hair base, right? Now this, what I'm gonna make up here, I'm gonna make a material instance. So I can just go to material and material instance, add the name there, and then as the parents, we'll look for that hair thing I just made, this. Okay, cool. Alright, so that allows me to change the colors in here, right? Wow. And actually what I could do is, instead of just call it some random name, how about I just grab the actual one? No, not yet. This is just going to be a reference. So I'm not going to change any coloring for this one right now, because I'm not even sure how I want to set this up yet. But I just want to put color on it so I can see color. So that's really all that is. So there's that. I got a root texture here. I do need to go back into the material though, make sure this one is called convert to parameter. We'll call this one ADI, and I think this goes into the pixel depth offset if I remember correctly. And that is something about like at the angle of like when it disappears and when it shows up or something. I don't know. And then I believe is scatter, but I don't know. I don't think it really is gonna matter too much. Either way, you can do a lot with just a little bit of materials with hair. I just don't know all the math and how to set it all up. But that is what it is. So I've got some hair right there. Nice. And then, like I said, this is not going into my actual mod. So it's just going to use however the game has it set up anyways. Let's go ahead and hide those. I'm going to grab that name. Let's go check it out. Back to my mesh. Click on this. And we are grabbing this. Ah, there we go. We got hair. We got hair, baby. Alright, so we got our weirdly colored character. We've got textures on her. We're all set in that department. Alright, so the next step is, let's close the stuff. Yeah, sure. So the next step is, so I got mats, I've got mesh, I got textures. Now for the assist or the asset materials. So I have to decide how I want to do my initial test, right? So let's see. I'm going to if I replace the item prefab, so the way it works is that I can do a customized set item, right? And then I can reference all the pieces I need and just do that. I think that's what I'm gonna do, right? So I don't have a customized set item here because I can't use it in my form down here. So I'm gonna go to where it should be, and I think I have it. Cal is oh, that's a customized item. That's not what I need. I need a customized set, which I don't think I have made yet. So let's take a look at one. So let's go to item and we'll go to customize set, right? Easy. We'll go down to character, abbreviation, Cal, and these are her different sets. So let's, I'm gonna replace the intelligence one. All right, so let's open it up. We open it up, here's what it looks like, right? A bunch of references to a bunch of other item prefabs. Inside the item prefabs, I'll give you a look, but first let's make this. So C, and this is just going to be in character, item, customized set, abbreviation, bam, right? So character, item, new folder, customize set, folder, cow, and then we need customize set, customization set, bam. Open it up, and here we go. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding just to here, right? So all I need for this one is the body and that's it, right? I just need a body. So I can grab whatever IP I want to, right? I don't need, well, I don't know if she has any other items. I think she has guns. So let's see, what does she have? She's got glasses in this one. She's got a face, but we're not using the face. So she has her guns and she has this extra item. So I think I want to keep those. So let's grab those. So let's go to IP. I'll copy that name. And it's going to be the same kind of setup, right? So if I look at it, game, character, item prefab, cal, then whatever section it is. In this case, it's the EX2, and then the IP. So we'll go here, item prefabs, cal, and here it's going to be EX2, right? And then I'll make an item prefab. Okay. and it's just a reference. That's all I need. So I'm going to go ahead and with this selected, I click on this arrow, and now I got it in there. Let's see what else. And she has this end gun as well. So alright, copy, and that is in the AX0. So let's see. New folder EX0. Alright, so we'll add another one. Boom, it's in. Nice. So now I'm going to go down here to my stuff that I already made before. So here we go. I've got an item prefab, and this doesn't have any of the stuff that I need in it, but this has a base item, a base character item, and then a CI item. Now the CI item is like whatever, right? It's the customization item, right? The BCI item, I believe, is pretty much empty. Yeah, it has like the character ID number, fighter ID number in it. So I just reference that. There's no point making anything special. I just make a new one with a new name, put whatever character ID is. You can find that in here. It's super simple. Just click on any base character item, find your character, click on something, click on it, and wow, that one doesn't have it. It's always the case. PDF. There you go. Fighter 16. I should make a list of these, but I haven't done it yet. So that's all that is. So that's easy. And same thing, right click. And if you don't see it here, you'll go down to the Polaris folder and look for it. But yeah, base character item, done deal. Let's see. The base item, let's take a look at that real quick. So our base item is where you put your mesh, basic mesh info. And then also the position ID. So your BDS, so each of the positions, like your glasses, your upper bodies, your lower bodies, your shoes, your hair, your extra items, they all have a position ID. So you can look up whatever spot you're looking for and you can replace it there. In this case, BDF is 6, so that's why I said 6 at the top. We're using a skeletal mesh, so that's why I said skeletal mesh instead of one of these. Then you put your rig. Now this is a MSL only, but if I was using a PRP, because I wanted to like swap it amongst characters or whatever, you could. This one I don't have any intention of putting on multiple characters, so I'm just going to use the MSL, but I'm going to make sure I replace this one with my current one. This was a demo that I was working on before. I don't have a proportional rig, so I don't need to put anything there. I'm not using any proportional type rig adjustments, so I don't need anything there. I'm not sure how these are all set up, so I don't mess with them. And that's really the main thing you need to put in here. Let's see, is there anything else I need to put in here? Not really. I don't know what this does or does not do. That might just be related to GFur, I'm not sure. This is not an ability item. If you work with different types of items and assets, you might have to change this stuff around, but for right now I'm just doing a character. I'm not sure. These are all for the general rule is keep default. I know there's a hair, scalp, mask. I don't even know if I need to do that because I have a I have my custom hair, but let's put it in there anyways. I mean, what could I hurt? Learn something maybe. So let's see, model. Here we go, textures. Let's grab hers and I'll drop it in there. Boop, there it goes. I mean, what's it gonna hurt? It's not gonna hurt anything, and it's just a reference at this point anyways. So if for any reason that's wrong, it is what it is. Is common item. This is not a common shared item, so I don't think this needs to get clicked. So I'm going to leave that undone. Hit save. All right. So my BCI is good. My BI is good. And then the next one is my CI. So I have a CI in here, but I copied it from another one that I made. So I'm just going to delete it. Delete. Get out of here. And we're going to make a new one. So customize item. And I'm just going to grab this name. I like to keep the names the same. Oops. Switch this one CI. And I need to make sure my IP is looking for this new CI I just made. So CI. I can also drag and drop it if I wanted to, or just search for it. And then I don't know if I need to put that there, so I'm just gonna put this here as the name. Because I mean, what's it gonna hurt? I don't know. Nothing. I don't even think you need to do it. I think I've not done it and I've done it. So, whatever, we'll see. So that's the IP. The IP is pretty much set up. The BI is set up. The BCI is set up. And now we're going to take a look at the CI. And that also concludes the CS. The CS is set up. The cool thing about this is I can go ahead and change like other stuff. And I don't have to come back to the CS. It's always going to look for this IP and that IP. Oh, actually, I need to add my character IP in here. There we go. And as far as I'm aware, the order is not relevant. Nobody cares about the order. The game doesn't care about the order. It's going to look at the information and say, oh, this belongs in this area on the character, and put it there. So if your position IDs are all jacked up, then maybe you're going to have weird stuff happen. I don't know. But this is just how I do it. Okay, so I've got the CS. I got all that stuff. I'm good to go here. Go ahead, click it. Let's hit save all, because, you know, nothing sucks worse than having to redo stuff. Especially if you're not sure what you did, or if you did a whole bunch. Alright, so those are the item assets. What this should do now is when I chunk these up, which I'm going to do in just a moment, they're all going to be set. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a CI that's just blank. There's nothing in it, right? It's just a CI. I don't want any coloring. I'm just taking whatever's from the materials and bringing it over, right? Once I get that working in the game and I see that it's moving and everything is like, then I'm going to go ahead and, come back and now make some tweaks and then cook it out and see what happens. So right now, my only goal is to just get my janky looking character in the game. All right, cool. So I'm not going to add anything to the CI right now. So everything's saved. Okay. Good stuff. All right, so now's the trick for making a data asset. There's two ways to do it, right? If you set up your UE correctly, what you can do is you can right click on something and say assign. Where is it? I don't remember where it is. I thought it was in asset actions. Yeah, I can hit assign to chunk, and I can pick a chunk, but you can only go up to 300. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that way you can just click on whatever you want to. You could probably click on a bunch of them and do it. Let's see. Asset action, assign to chunk, and it probably would. But that's not what I'm going to do. What I do is the data asset method. So I go into miscellaneous. I create a data asset like so. I hit P so I can look for primary label or something. Type primary. There you go, primary asset label. And let's just call this whatever it is. And then I also like to number it based on whatever number I choose. So I'm going to pick some random number like 787, right? Cool. I call this Nina. We'll call this, Nina LDP for Lady Deadpool version 2. Right? Okay, so let's open it up and take a look at it. So, we've got priority. Let's turn that to 1, so it's immediate and not just generic. Chunk ID, I will name to whatever I named it. You can do whatever you want to. Apply recursively. I haven't tested this out yet. I want to, but not right now. Cook rule, set it to always cook. Now label assets in my directory. So I'm going to do that. And what that does is anything within the directory that this chunk is in, or this label is in, will be included in your stuff. But I want to move this to the top of my directory, right? So I'm going to move this to here, right? So that way I'm grabbing all of my asset items, like customize, all that stuff. All of these folders are all going to be included in this chunk, and I can verify by clicking on here, and I can click on something, hit audit assets, and it says look, I'm in chunks 787 and 975. What the fuck? So I think I must have a chunk somewhere. That's including, I don't even know where that chunk is. Let me look for it. Let's see. Search. Let's see, 9. Like 9. Okay, 975. I click on that. Alright, let's see, where is this thing? Okay, so this is in character custom, which is, I don't know why I put it up. Oh, I put this in this one because this one is covering some assets that are in here and here. So because this one is above all these, everything and under it isn't included in that cook. And then for this one, everything below this is in this cook, right? So, and if they're included in multiple chunks, that's fine. It doesn't matter. If I didn't want that to cook anymore, I've tried to turn it off, like do not cook, and then I get like an error or some shit. So I just will move it completely out of my project, or I'll just delete it. These aren't hard to set up, so just setting up a new one is whatever. Okay, I digress. So the chunk is almost all the way set up. However, I do need a key thing, which is outside of these folders, and that is the IP, right? Because your final thing that's like redirecting the game needs to be in the place where the game is looking for it. All of this other stuff is custom, right? I need to tell the game to go look for this stuff. And until I put a detour sign into the game's system, it won't know to look anywhere else. It's just gonna go load the same old stuff, right? So I'm not gonna go to the item prefab, actually. I'm gonna go to the customized set, right? And this is gonna, so what this does is the game loads this one, right? And it just says, okay, I'm gonna open it up and see what's there. And it's gonna be like, okay, you want me to go ahead and load this stuff. And then that stuff tells you to load the other stuff. And that stuff tells you to load whatever, till you're done. But I need this here because this is where the game is looking for it. But I can't get it in my directories. I can't move this to my directories and it cooks, because then it's going to look for this here, right? And if my custom one isn't there, it's going to find the one that's already in the game, right? So we need to keep this here, and we're going to add it as an explicit asset. So I'll click on this, and then we'll just hit that, and now it's included there. And I can right click and audit the asset, and you will see that it is in 787 plus 975. Why is this in 975? All right, 1 second. All right, why that is set in 975, I'm not sure right now, because I don't think it should. Let's see, audit assets. Yeah, why is this in 975? Well, let me refresh. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I'm a little bit confused about that. Right, because 975 is here. So, oh, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is that maybe it's pulling it in because it's underneath of an asset that's within it. I don't know. But like I said, it doesn't matter for this sake. But it's something to note, right? I want to make sure. Since this asset that I'm going to be using, I know what's in it and what's coming below it. If it was the other way around, right, and I was cooking and making a change to, say, the t-shirt mod that I made earlier, that is including this one, as a modder who's putting it out there, you want to be mindful of that, because I am now including another mod or another assets that don't belong in there, right? And that could potentially cause conflicts with other mods people have or other things that are going on. And there's not an easy way to fix that by someone other than the modder. So if you're modding stuff, keep that in mind. If you're running into issues, that could potentially be something that you could take a look at. And you can kind of verify that by isolating the three files, like the UTOC, the UCAS, and the pack file, and then looking at that in fmodel as just that chunk and saying, okay, what's in this chunk? And you'd be like, why is this in this chunk? It doesn't belong in here, type of stuff. But I digress. Okay, so I should be good, right? But I say it all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack this up and see what happens. From this point forward, there's two things that I need to get done. So as long as the character loads and everything is good to go, for the actual mod itself, it's setting up the colors or making sure that the customization item is working so that I have colors. And I'm not sure how many colors I want to make available, right? I could make, I think you've seen it in the game, there's some characters who have like 19 different customizable colors, right? To the point where it's like, we don't know. Where's the benefit to that many things, right? Some things you could keep the same. Like, I don't need to change the button color, right? I'm gonna buy a shirt. I'll buy 10 shirts. They could all have black buttons, right? Unless the buttons are like a part of the thing. Like, I don't give a they could be black, they could be white, they could be brass, they could be gold. Like, no one really cares. It's usually not a big enough item, right, to have. Or the seams or the stitches. You're like, a lot of these stitches are so small you're not really gonna really even notice what's happening. Other things, maybe like the design, you can keep some of it, but we don't need to change all of it, you know what I mean? But it's whatever. It's kind of cool, but it doesn't add a lot to the customization game, right? Besides blanking out colors, right? Like if I have a shirt and it's got a bunch of different flowers on it and I want a red shirt, I mean, I could just pick a red shirt, but maybe this shirt has a different like structure to it that I like. Then yeah, it's kind of cool that I could turn every single item red, you know? And now I have a red shirt that has a texture I like. But, you know, other than that, it's too much, you know? It's like, it's overload. It doesn't add any benefit. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and close this because this is pretty heavy on my system. Blender. I didn't change anything, so I'm not gonna mess with that. I think I have a video on setting up the rig for this somewhere. But these videos for this first couple of months, when I do these things, I don't have a means of actually communicating back with anybody, so I'm just kind of like rambling at the same time, you know, just feeding my ADHD. But they're just gonna be demos where I'm kind of like walking through, talking it out, running into problems, trying to talk out the problems, hopefully finding a solution. Um, so they're not really guides, but maybe a good reference point to see what somebody else is doing. I also don't do things the way the majority of the current modders do them, so you might have to extrapolate some of my techniques into how other guides are flowing. And that I'm going to try to do more of these. As I get better, they'll get faster, they'll get quicker. And I hope to have like it's a full-fledged mod that's like pre-packaged and ready to go. You could probably get done if you got a really solid workflow within like two to 3 hours. I think yeah, and that's in time for any baking or whatever. But if everything is already set, the rigging process isn't super hard. I think I can usually spend about 20-30 minutes on a rig these days. With my current workflow, it's not a perfect rig in all cases though, so people want to keep that in mind. There's certain things that are just make it very difficult to make it perfect if you're doing custom, because I don't have like the blueprint for all of their animation setups. But yeah, as I try to figure things out, learn things, I'm just gonna post them out here. I was putting out like the explanations in the modding Discord, and I was trying to work on my GitHub to get information out, but not enough people like use it or rely on it that make it worth keeping up. So it's kind of just something I do when I need to and I want to go back and reference it. But as for like community support, my support is just sharing what I know as I get it and make it. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So we got the pack. I made this at what, 7 something? 787. So I'm gonna grab all these, hit C. Let's go ahead and open up a new tab. These are where all my mods are. Let's make a new folder. We'll call this one Nina LDP V2. And just drop it in there. With them all selected, I can just hit F2 and then I hit the right button so it goes to the end there, and then underscore P. And I think you can use lowercase p, but I like a capital P. And that's it. So now I should be able to turn the game on and have a wonderful experience. I mean, that rarely ever just happens. Resume. What's going on? Oh, this is gonna be interesting too. So I just made this. I don't know if there's any changes. So it looks like the update just came through. Is this the update? Is this who we get? New playable character? Nice. Update failed? Content file locked? What the heck is it? What is going on? What does this mean? Why is my Windows thing not working? Where's my screenshot thing not working? Hey, I want to do a screenshot. Is it? I thought it was Windows. What the freak, bro? Let's hit up the Discord, baby. Let's see what's going on. What do people know? Oh, what? Someone said my name. TA characters. We should mod the avatars as playable options. Oh, someone already did. Haha. Oh, nice. I don't go on Nexus or any site really. Something looks off about it though. What is wrong? There's something. Why are the shoulders like that? I don't know, man. I might have to do this for myself. There are some things that don't make sense. But the heads are funny. Okay. Alright, whatever. General chat. I'm kidding. Alright, let's see. Content file locked. Motherfucker, I be paying for shit, bro. Oh wait, why is am I not online? Steam. Offline. Alright, let me reset Steam maybe. Nope, let's hard reset Steam. Steam not even open? Oh, there it is. End task. Content, what the fuck does this mean, bro? I can't play Tekken? I wonder if it's my mods. Let's see. Let's see. Did they do a change to the mods? I don't think so. Let's see. Let's turn my mods off real quick. I'll be... Oh, that's my readme. Turn the mods off. All the mods are off. Alright, let's see. Is that the thing? No. I don't understand. How do I want to play Tekken. Content file is locked. What do you mean? And I bought the good shit, bro. What is this blue mean? Does this mean I'm not on? News found from Steam. Now deck builds. Bro. And I paid for the freaking the deluxe. I should get it the 3 days early shit too. I don't understand, bro. Right, where's this? Mine is installed. It's on my it's on my C drive. And I got space, right? I think. Hold up, let me see. Maybe I don't got no space. Let's see. Whoa, 27 gigs. What the fuck? Why do I only got 27 gigs? Tree. I should have more gigs than 27. Oh, I think it's my stupid it's my stupid paging file. It's huge, probably. Oh, I'm quite upset though. Why? Whatever. I don't know why I can't get online. I'm very upset. Program files, whatever. Fucking Virtual Studio is taking up 10 gigs. I don't know what that is. Nothing really there to get rid of. App data. Local. What is on Google? 6 gigs on Google. Drive. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Thumbnails. I don't think I need any of that. Logs. I mean, I don't even use my Google Drive that much anyways. What are these profiles? Profile 4. I don't know. Where's like recycle bin? Let's see. Do I have anything to delete? Empty recycle bin. Is there 140 gigs? What? Didn't make any sense. Oh, that didn't help me. My downloads folder. I don't have anything in my downloads folder? When did I delete everything there? Dude, I don't even know. Content file locked though. I don't understand. I don't understand how to fix that. Steam. Able to update content file locked. Alright, Steam's cache. Where's that? Launch Steam. Open the downloads menu. I'm just blindly following this shit, man, because this is frustrating. Alright, where I gotta go? Click on Steam. Steam settings. Downloads. Clear cache. Sure. Maybe like, and then your game will never work again. I don't know what that means. Reinstall Steam. I don't want to reinstall Steam. Me, I'm playing. Oh, I gotta sign in and all that shit again? Bro, I'm so pissed. Okay. Well. Fuck. Are my other games working? Let's see. Power. Let's see. Is that working? That looks like it's working. Maybe. I don't really play this game that often. Oh, look. My shit went green. Alright. So, let's see. Alt-tab. And I have not plugged in this game. I plugged like twice in the very beginning of this fucking game. And I've not plugged since. So I should not be getting any bullshit. I have not done anything bad. It's only like 7 gigs. What do I gotta do? Like, man. Always keep the game updated. Yeah. Cool. Install files. I guess I gotta do this stupid verify integrity shit. Does that mean I'm good to go? Oh my god, dude. Alright, well, I guess stream's over for now until I figure out what the hell's going on. It's quite disappointing.